Good morning, church family. I'm here with my good friend Martin Hofmann. He pastors an international church in Chiang Mai, Thailand, but he also serves as the regional coordinator for MICN over Asia and Oceania. So as you'll remember, I think I showed a couple of weeks ago in church a map of the world, and we have the Americas as one region. We have a regional coordinator for that. We also have Europe and Africa. We actually have two regional coordinators there. And then we have Asia, Oceania, a huge area, and that's what Martin oversees as regional coordinator, in addition to being a pastor in Chiang Mai. But I want you guys to get to know Martin, because he's a good friend of mine. We've been working together for years. We met, what year was that? In Hanoi.
I think it was five years ago.
2016, 17, something like that, in Hanoi, Vietnam, an MICN
like
conference.
Yeah.
And got to be friends very quickly, and then you agreed to serve in this capacity, which was great. But your church is very unique, because in MICN, most international churches around the world use English as the common language, but not your church. So could you tell my church a little bit about what your ministry context is like there in Chiang Mai?
Yeah, I do that. So to be honest, at first we felt a little bit like aliens at the first MICN conference, because we are the only non-English speaking church within the network. So we use German as our language in the services, but we translate simultaneously into Thai, because we have the unique situation that we have many mixed families in our congregation, because many people from Europe moved to Thailand because they are married to a Thai wife. So most of the congregation are from either German, Swiss, or Austrian background. So so that makes it very unique, and the people are challenged because they don't really fit into the culture, because a part of their family is Thai, but another part is not. So that's a great challenge. And the idea behind this church was, if families like these attend a Thai church, half of the family doesn't understand. But if they would attend a German church, that would help either, because then the Thai part of the family wouldn't understand. So we have this unique blend, Thai-German, and the translation.
And you've ended up with about 7 nationalities now.
Yeah,
right?
Actually we had 10, so it's changing all the time.
And I noticed on their music slides, they'll actually have German, English, and Thai for the song.
Yeah.
And in your church, you'll have all 3 languages being sung at the same time.
Right.
And you said it works.
It works perfectly, and sometimes we put it this way, we say, we are practicing for heaven.
There you go.
So we do it all together.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, we just finished the Recharge Retreat here. Thank you for all your hard work organizing.
You're welcome.
We doubled in size.
Yeah,
we had twice as many people
great.
this year than last year. Last year we were in, where were we last year?
We were in Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai, yes,
Right.
where you are. And next year we'll be in Phuket. This year we're in Bali.
Yeah.
So we hope it keeps growing, but it's great to see that people have come back and more people have come in because they see the value of it.
Right.
But I want to ask you, what do you think the value of this week was? Do you feel like it was a success? What are the takeaways?
Just before we finished, I put it this way. When I first, at my first MICN meeting, it was in Hanoi, Vietnam, I had the feeling, wow, that's my tribe. And today I told the people there, it became my family. And I think that's what's going on right now. People are getting more familiar. People are getting people are getting closer, and friendships are built up, and it's great to have points where you have the opportunity to share, to talk about your problems, but also about your great events you had the last few weeks or whatever. So it's really a place where people can share. It's like a safe place, because you can't talk so openly in your own congregation, because sometimes you're struggling with things you would have never expected that could happen, because it's the unique flavor of the IC. I pastored several churches before we came to Thailand, and pastoring an IC is totally different from pastoring a normal church.
Yeah, because those other churches were in Germany. So
Right.
German churches, homogenous.
Yeah, right.
And very, very different in Chiang Mai.
Exactly.
And even the Germans in Chiang Mai, the things they're facing are different than if you're pastoring back home.
Exactly,
and all that.
exactly, yeah.
But I love what you said. We had some wonderful time of sharing here,
Yeah.
small groups, prayer. Night before last, we actually sat in a big circle, the whole group, and people just began to sharing some of their pain,
Yeah.
some of the things they've struggled with. and things they can't share back at home. And sometimes just because people don't get them.
Exactly.
But we understand each other. We understand the challenges of pastoring the parade and all the things that we do. So, yeah, I believe it was a great benefit. And we know people already saying, we'll see you in Phuket.
Yeah.
Look forward to being there. So that's
really
exciting.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we are even thinking about making it a family event. Maybe if there's interest, people can bring their families, spending another week or so after the conference. So that would be great.
Well, it was great. Most of the people here the couples were here, so we had spouses along. But in some cases, they couldn't bring a spouse because of kids, and so that would be just another way to bless them.
Yeah.
Well, how can the church pray for you, pray for the ministry? I know you've got an interesting thing happening this Sunday. So right now when you're watching, this Sunday, you've got something happening. What's that?
Yeah, so you are meeting at 10 o'clock in the morning?
10:45 a.m. in Norway.
So that's perfect, because exactly at the same time we are together in Chiang Mai, and we'll have a very unique situation because we'll have a group of 15 pastors from the German State Church. And to be honest, the German Church, the German State Church I'm sorry. The German State Church is extremely liberal. So I'm really excited about this opportunity to share the gospel, because I see these fellow pastor colleagues as people God is reaching out to, and I only know a few of them personally, but as far as I know, they are in desperate need of having a real encounter with Christ. So I see this Sunday as a great opportunity to share the gospel with them, and I'm praying that I'm bold enough not to compromise the gospel, because I know how they are ticking, So I think it's a great thing if they are there. They are having a conference in Chiang Mai and asked whether they could be part of our worship service. So yeah, let's see what happens.
That's great. So we can pray for you in that.
Yeah.
And continue to pray for this region, the pastors who've gone home, and the things, as one of the people just told me, they've had a lot now to think about and contemplate, which is great.
Yeah.
I've been praying for them. And I will be home tomorrow night, Monday night. I'll see some of you at men's group on Tuesday, hopefully some at 1 on Wednesday. And then Scotty and I will head out on Thursday for Bogota, Colombia, and then Bolivia, where we're doing the same thing, a retreat for that part of the world. So I appreciate your continued prayers as well. Thank you so much, Martin. God bless you all. Have a wonderful service.